Well, hello everyone. Michael here, and Michelle will be here in a little bit. What I want to do in this video is I want to give you an idea of how to design the river that's going to flow through my model train layout. And my wife is going to help me with that. And I want you to say hello to everybody so they know who the other part of the M is.
Hello, I'm Michelle, his wife.
What do you think about this model train idea so far?
It is going to be incredible.
So I think you're ready to help me design this river flowing through here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to change the camera around so they can watch what we're doing.
Okay.
Well, my friends, kind of what I did is we decided to figure out how wide we want to put our river. And I want the river to come out straight to do a crossing next to a railroad crossing. So I have about 1.5 inches wide road right next to it. So what I done is I basically took some typing paper and I drew my first straight line to get us across the track section. And so we're going to actually wind this, and it's going to come with the road that's going to be in here, the 2-lane blacktop, over to this area. So you can kind of get an idea of the foam that we're going to put here and attach that. And I drew a little shape on there to look like a mountain. So this is going to be a canyon flats, as I said in my previous videos. So what we want to do basically is we want to draw the river on this printing paper, and then I'll cut out the pattern of the river to flow where we want to go. So I'm going to have a double track, so the track is going to run that way up a grade, and then it's going to go all the way around and then back, and then this one will be on the main level, so we can do switching operations from this track. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut that river through there. So how do you think we should, because what we want to do, let's take a concept here. So if we come across here and measure 8 inches, that's 8 inches across there. And we basically,
what's that going to be?
That's the where the canyon is going to let the river come through there and the road to come through there. So it makes it look like it continues on out.
I see.
Okay. So when we carve this down, and we'll show that in a video, but what I want to do is I want to figure out where we're going to intersect this 3-inch wide river plus our 1.5 inch road. Because if this is the concept, it's going to be following over here. So if I put this level or this ruler on here, this could be like the one side of the thing. But if we don't want to run it straight, and we can't because of the way it's going, we could actually turn this back like this. I'm going to put the tape here so people understand where our river is. And this is kind of where we're working because it's going to outlet outside of the canyon. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to run a straight line, or do we want to just get across here, or do we want to run this way? And like I said, there's going to be a highway that's going to come over there and a truck stop over here, and I don't know what we'll put there.
It's kind of confusing, but if I see it on the paper, maybe it'll make more sense. Yes.
So we've got to be able to intersect here. So basically, I think what I'll do...
So the track's going to stay here?
Yeah, the track will stay here.
And then...
And so I think what I'll do is so you have an idea of what we're talking about. I'm just going to run a straight line.
And that's going to be what?
And then that's the side of the river. So that's that far side of the river.
Is there going to be a bridge?
Yeah, no, it's going to go underneath the rise part of it. And then we have a separation of about 2 inches. So we can't separate 2 inches, but it's got to look like it's going away. So we'll do our 1.5 inches coming right there. So basically, I've got an 1.5 inch road right there. So that's the road. So that's 3 inches. So if we have it straight coming underneath the track over here, you can kind of get this idea here. So we want to make a 3-inch mark right here. this mark indicates the width of our river, and I'll have banks on it. I'll show you all how to do that in upcoming videos. So this is basically the river that's going to cross underneath our track. So now we've got to figure out how we're going to connect this river to this straight piece. So do we want to come?
This is the river?
Yeah. Do we
Okay,
want to
so-
just come like an S pattern? Come over here, babe. So
Okay. Okay, so this is the river. So.
no, the river is right in this area.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so this one.
Yep.
Alright.
And then it comes over to this area. I just
Okay.
put an X in there so she
So-
understands.
So maybe like, just kind of curve it, you know. And then we
And
can.
then follow the same curve there, or you want a different kind of curve?
Let's see.
Let's not go any wider than the 3 inches. Let's try to keep it. And then
Go narrow, and then wait. Let's see. I'm gonna make it look realistic. So just a little wide, but
just got to connect it to that other line right there.
this is a good idea with the paper. So
If we don't like it, we can put new paper down.
okay.
But instead of doing this, let's go like this. So this looks like this is
it's
coming this way.
This is just a rough draft.
And I like this curve here. But now here's another thing that we got to
And then
think
the
about.
waterfall.
The waterfall, we're going to do 3 areas of waterfalls, but we also got a stream coming into this.
We can do a W for water.
So basically, I'm going to draw a road. This is an 1.25 inches wide, but I want to put a street coming down here.
A lot of detail.
Yeah, a lot of detail. So basically, we are 21 inches apart, so that's 11 inches to the center part of a road. So basically, if I take and design my road coming across the bridge. So basically, we'll have a 2-lane blacktop that's going to come down the center of the layout going this way. Okay, so this is going to come and intersect over here to a curving road. And so now this line represents a 2-lane highway. So we'll have
That's a bridge, you said?
this will be a bridge,
Okay.
and then this road that comes through here will wind and make a winding pass here.
That's a road.
So if I do the same thing we did there, and I bring this way to represent the road,
That's how wide the road is.
yeah, in end scale, a 2-lane highway is about
And where do you want
1.5
it to come
inches.
out?
So
Oh, here.
this is going to be, let me draw that. It's going to come straight out to a road that's going to go over the bridge again. So now we've got basically a 2-lane road
Okay, this is road.
that comes over the overpass on this side. Everybody can see what I'm drawing out here. So that'll be a 2-lane highway. This will be a railroad crossing. There'll be a bridge to get over the river here. And then
Wait, this is 2, right?
no, this is river.
No, I mean this.
No, that's
That's
there's nothing. That's just part of it.
Okay.
So now what we'll do is we'll come to about the center, and then we'll do another a highway bridge that's going to come over right here. So we'll have an intersecting line, and then there will be a bridge for cars to come over there.
Wow.
And then this road will continue over here to a truck stop, because we're going to do a cattle operation and a sale barn where people can come and sell their cattle and also buy cattle. And then the trains will pick them up and drop them off. And so we'll have a truck stop over here. So basically we want the road here. So we want to follow the curve of the road to make it match.
I mean the curve of the river.
The curve of the river to make it kind of match like it's going. So we could actually come, let's draw it across so we're coming up to a square crossing gate.
Well, it has to be 2 lanes, right?
No, just make it so it's like this.
Oh,
So
straight. Oh,
make it 1.5 inches apart. You see what I mean? So if you want to draw this and then just keep moving it
okay.
to where you want it to go. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We could, because in normal life, things
And
don't
this is-
run straight. They follow like the river, and that's kind of what we're trying to do here.
So keep it this measurement?
Yeah, keep it this measurement right here, which is the width of this. So if you want to start curving it,
Okay.
kind of draw, like it curves like this, and that'll be a little bit better.
Mhm.
So kind of get the idea that we're coming like this, doing some straight curves in it, and then we'll have some no passing zones. But now we got to come this
And
way,
then we
right?
could put like dirt or sand along the edges.
Yeah, but maybe we want to have a boat ramp where people can get in and.
Are you
So-
gonna build this up and then?
Oh, yeah, we'll cut through there, and I'll show that in later videos.
Mhm.
So now we're coming up to our road here, our blacktop road here, our 2-lane. So basically, we're curving this, and we'll be doing this in later videos. But right now, what we're trying to do is establish the flow of our river.
Okay. Road. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that's helpful. And basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take
And
my
what was it?
that's the river.
No.
That's a 2-lane blacktop that's going to connect.
The bridge?
Huh?
Is it a bridge?
Yeah, that's a bridge that's going to go over the river where she's drawing at.
Oh.
That's a road.
Oh, it is?
No, the bridge is right here.
Okay.
The bridge is right here. So
Okay,
let's do a
so-
couple X's for the bridge. So that's a road.
This is a bridge, right?
That's a bridge, yeah. So she's gonna write bridge on there, and then there will be like a stop sign here, and then we can actually make this road come over here if we want to on this side of the layout on this side of our road, and then make it look like it's coming over here, or we can make it maybe go underneath this raises up, and I'll show everybody that in a later video how we're going to do the risers, so we can actually have this road come out over here, and it's coming this way, and it's also going down the center of our Canyon Street.
Did you show them how thick it is? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'll show you that when I get ready to carve this out. But I got two 1-inch pieces of foam on here, as you can see right here.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then what I'm going to do is we want to have 2 waterfalls, but we want our river to kind of be level. So then we'll drop down 1 level, and then we'll go out and we'll drop down another level to the plywood. So there's 2 levels here. So we've got the plywood, and then we've got the next level, and then we got the top level.
Are you gonna cut into the plywood?
I'm not going to cut into the plywood. I'm just going to cut into the foam.
Yeah. Okay.
But what we're going to do is when we get over here, the plywood's going to show.
Mhm.
Okay. So up here, because we got 1 inch, we can go like a 1/4 of an inch and start up here. And then when we get to where we're going to do our first waterfall, I think our first waterfall ought to be right here.
Okay. I'll do water. Oh.
And then I think probably a good waterfall would be right here.
Okay. Can't draw on the tape.
Yeah. So basically, if we're happy with that, you've got to understand that this is going to travel off of our plywood,
Mhm.
and then this road here can also go downhill. So if the river's going downhill, we want to have the road sloping down. And I'll do another video on how I slope this. So we don't want to slope necessarily out here because we're going to have risers coming over here. But we can slope in here a little bit, because if this is the first height, we can actually slope in here and then slope here. And this is all part of a sloping area inside here that comes out here.
And then so the track's gonna gradually go up and rise.
Yeah, it's going to
and
start
then-
here, and we're going to do a 4% grade, so it rises up 4 inches in a 8-foot run. So we've got basically 8 feet between here and where it's going to start going down our north wall.
Okay.
So do you like what we've done?
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna look really cool.
Now, if we wanted to have like boats coming into it and have like a little shore, where would we do that at?
Like in here, maybe.
On this side of it?
Yeah, this side, because we don't know what's gonna go over here yet. So we
Yeah,
can have-
the livestock barn will be down
so
in
yeah,
there somewhere.
Then they can drink from the river, you know. Or
The cows could drink from the river?
Yeah.
So what I'm planning
Maybe I'll
on
just
doing,
say-
what I'm planning to do, my friends, is I'm planning to put a little irrigation ditch
oh, okay.
on this side of it with a little pump house, so it looks like the water's coming out of the river into the pump house, and then we'll do a concrete ditch and it'll soak around. But then when it gets back over here, we're going to do a little stream, and then the water from the irrigation ditch will go into the stream, and then it'll
So the cows could drink out of that.
yeah, so the cows could get water out of the stream.
Pretend cows.
Yeah, the pretend cows. And we'll have some cattle cars to pick up the cows. On this side of the road, I'm thinking about doing a cornfield and a.
You know what? This is gonna look so real.
So basically, I've got the shape of the mountain in the back, and then we've actually got some tape on the wall that I'm going to actually follow that contour.
Right here.
And let's take that out of there. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's better.
And then they can see that. And so what I'll do is I'll take my toolbox off of there. What I was doing was using that for weight. But let me take that toolbox off of there, and then I can shine the camera.
Careful, it's heavy.
I can shine the camera. Oh, yeah, it's heavy. But we need that for the
Yeah.
to weight that foam down.
What's in there to make it so heavy? Okay. Yeah,
I clamped it down. So let me take the clamps off real quick. So
yeah, that explains it a lot.
yeah, and I'm just gonna turn the camera as I'm talking to them, so they'll have a pivoting turn here.
It's gonna be so fun.
Okay, my friends, I'm going to turn the camera and I'm going to explain kind of our mountain layout, and you're going to see some foam that we used in the camera. I used this to, it won't be when we do the video editing, but this is what it is that we glued our foam down with. And I just used my basic caulking gun, and then I put weight on it.
Can I show them from a distance too?
Sure.
So it's just the cup.
Okay. That's a caulking tube that goes in this gun. So basically, the mountain goes uphill, and then it goes downhill, and then there will be a valley over there, and then there's we're going to have to separate the back part of this mountain that's coming over here, because it's going to go up next to this corner cupboard, and there will be a lift out bridge right there. But all of this is going to follow the contour of the tape that I put on the wall. And basically right here, in this area right here, I'm going to have a mountain valley. So when I pull it out or something, this has got to be separate, because if I got to work on the main power underneath here, I want to be able to pull that out. And so everything's going to come up 4 inches, and it'll be 4 inches tall when it gets over here. And then we'll continue to go up, and then we'll come out level as we go over there on that side. So let me pivot around. It'll go underneath those pictures in front of that window, and then go into that corner over there. We'll move those pictures and we'll show you that later on. But that's phase 2. Phase 1 is to get this east wall done. So she wrote something on a piece of paper. So
I think we should stop because it's too long. You know, I don't want to.
actually, it's 18 minutes. It's pretty good. But we will stop, and we will have them come back and check out the next part.
Okay.